Hey guys, it's Agatha from the Addison Public Library. Are you interested in cooking but don't know where to start? Don't know what to do? Well, we have the bag for you. We are putting together #chefmode bags for all our teens who are interested in learning how to cook. You're going to prepare you with basic skills, how to use a knife. We're going to give you a recipe and all the ingredients you need to create a simple and quick recipe that you and everybody else will love. The theme for this month's #chefmode bag is Eat the Rainbow. Eating fruits and vegetables of different colors during your meals supplies your body with different vitamins and minerals. To get more rainbow into your diet, we will be preparing veggie wraps. Veggie wraps are simple and quick to prepare and a great way to incorporate colorful and refreshing vegetables like bell peppers into your diet. In your bag this month, you'll find some bell peppers, celery, carrots, cucumbers, cream cheese, and a tortilla. Let's get started. So today, we are making veggie wraps. They're really quick, really simple to make. Supplies that you're going to need to make veggie wraps is a grater if you want to incorporate grated carrots, but I will also show you different ways that you can cut your carrots if you do not have a grater at home. We will be using the large eyes on our grater, a vegetable peeler to peel our vegetables that need peeling, like carrots, chef's knives to cut up all our deliciousness, a spoon, and a bowl for all your food waste. Oh, and a cutting board. We also need a cutting board. For ingredients, we're going to be using cream cheese, tortillas, cucumbers, carrots, bell peppers, celery. So let's get started and start prepping what we need. So for this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to use a knife and a cutting board. If you guys are using a cutting board and you notice that it's kind of moving around, quick tip, you can dampen a paper cloth, rinse out the water, and just put the paper towel underneath your cutting board, and it's going to actually prevent your cutting board from slipping and kind of moving around. Now I'm going to show you guys how to properly hold and use a knife. If you are going to be using a sharp knife, first ask an adult's permission. If you don't feel comfortable using a knife, ask the adult to show it to you. But if you want to use the knife and you want to practice cutting, make sure that the adult is nearby so that if something happens, you can ask any questions that you have. So make sure, first things first, when you are using a knife, make sure that your knife is sharp. The worst type of knife that you can use in the kitchen is a dull knife. Dull knives are actually more likely to hurt you than sharp knives. Your knife is made up of two parts. You have the handle over here and you have the blade. No part of the blade should come near your hands at all. This part should be sharp. To hold a knife properly, what you're going to do is you're going to hold the handle and you're going to pinch the ends. So no, your fingers should not go here or here. Your fingers pinch the ends of the handle, and this gives you more control over the knife. So with your opposite hand, what you're going to do is you're going to make a claw, and make sure that your fingers go inward. The tips of your fingers go inward a bit, and then you're going to use your knuckles as guides for your knife as you're cutting. So that way, none of your fingers or your nails or anything is going to get cut while you're cutting. So you're going to create a curve with your hand, and this will also support your vegetable as you cut. You're going to use your fingers to hold down the vegetable, and you're going to use your knuckles as a guide to you when you're chopping. An easy way that you guys can clean out a pepper is you're going to cut the pepper in half, and you're going to scoop out the middle of the pepper. So you're going to pull out the core, this part, you're going to drop it into the bowl. You're going to get out as many seeds as you possibly can by tapping it or kind of moving it around with your finger. You're going to grab a spoon, and you can kind of curve out, peel out, scoop out. You can scoop out the insides, the ribs and the seeds and anything that's left over from your pepper. So this is one way to quickly clean out your pepper. And as you can see, our little scrap bowls become useful to us. So we're going to put our spoon aside, and to cut our pepper, we're just going to slice in. We're going to put this part aside. You can, like I said, hold your knife with the bottom of the blade, pinch, and like I said, curve in your fingers to make the claw, and then just take this, cut away. There you go. And when you cut, you're not going to just keep pressing down. You're going to make waves. So you're going to go like this with your knife. So you're going to, again, have the vegetable, make your claw, take your knife, pinching the base, the handle, and you're going to push down and then move that aside. As you can see, nowhere did the knife come near my fingers. And then when you're going to julienne the pepper, all you're going to do is just move it down. And as you can see, even though the blade is coming down, it is touching my knuckles. It is not touching my fingers. So there you go. That is how you're going to prepare and cut your peppers. So we're going to try that again. We're going to move this to the side. I'm going to put that there. And again, we're going to cut off the part here. We're going to cut the end here. We're going to cut the end here. And then this actually in French cooking is called julienning. So this is cutting about 1/8 of an inch to make small little matchstick sized pieces of vegetables. You're going to put this aside, save this for later so you can eat it and have a snack while you cook. All the snacks.
To my director.
I have to feed her. That's the only reason she's here.
It's a benefit, I will say.
So, we're going to grab our bowl again, and I'm going to show you guys several ways that you can cut a carrot. What we're going to do first, make sure you wash your hands, and after your hands are washed, make sure you wash your vegetables. Right now, I'm going to show you guys a couple different ways that you guys can prepare carrots for this recipe or for a salad or really for anything you want. So what you're going to do is, if you have a peeler at home, grab a peeler and just push down on the vegetable like so. If you don't have a peeler at home, you can, if the skin's not thick, you can definitely eat a carrot with the skin on. It really doesn't matter. It's totally a personal preference of what you want to include. If you don't have a peeler at home, you can use a paring knife and kind of just lightly scrape off the skin. But since we have a peeler, we'll be using it today. One way to prepare a carrot is to make ribbons. So grab your vegetable peeler and you can press down and create pretty ribbons like this. Another way, use our handy dandy grater. If you have a grater at home, just take your carrot and just grate down. Be careful. Graters, like knives, can be sharp. So when you're grating down, just make sure you keep your fingers on the vegetable. The grater just makes smaller ribbons of your carrot. To julienne the carrot, you're going to cut off the end. You're going to get about 1 inch, 1.5 inch piece. You're going to cut part of the carrot so you have kind of a flat surface. You can put this to the side. We'll include that. And then now you're just going to cut little pieces like this. And then what you're going to do is you are going to stack these, and you're going to also create matchsticks. So just go up and down. Remember, we're using our knife. We're making it kind of like a wave. And there we go. We have our little matchsticks. This is a little bit more difficult, and this will definitely work your knife skills. But if you want, you can simply just make ribbons, or you can grate your carrots. So what we're going to do now is we're going to slice the celery. You're going to cut down on the celery. You're going to cut off the ends. Remember, guys, celery can be a little hard, so just be careful. I'm going to put that. This you can save and put it in a salad or in soup or whatever. Save it for later. And you are going to cut and slice the celery. You are going to take it, and you're just going to cut them like this into strips. If you don't want to cut them into strips, you can kind of cut them into little half moons. So remember how we're going to use our knife. Just make sure your knife goes up and down like this. Oh. You're going to take cucumbers. You're going to cut off the end. And then you're going to slice the cucumber. Make sure you hold on to it so it does not slip away from you. If you don't like the skin, you can peel it. I like to keep the skin on. It just adds a little extra crunch. So cut it into little moons. I'm going to put that aside. And then if you want, you can also cut your pepper. Red peppers are actually green peppers that have stayed on the vine longer. And red peppers, red bell peppers are actually sweeter. Bell peppers in general are actually some of the sweetest vegetables around. And remember, guys, this does not have to be perfect. We're trying, we're learning. And if you guys don't like any of these vegetables, you can definitely substitute and incorporate different things. So you're going to take your tortilla, put it on a plate. Make sure you have your cut up vegetables nearby. The recipe, you can use 1 to 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. Veggies, you can use as many as you want, so it's entirely up to you. You're going to take a little bit of cream cheese. I don't like to take too much. You can use a butter knife here, or you can actually use your spoon so you have less dishes to do. You're going to take your cream cheese and you are going to spread it. And then you could always go in and add more. If you guys do not like cream cheese, I recommend using avocado, hummus, even a little mustard will add some zing to your wrap. Now we're going to assemble our tortilla. You're going to take your vegetables and you can include as much as you want or as little as you want of each vegetable. If you don't like a vegetable like celery, I'm not celery's biggest fan, try it before you actually eat it, and incorporating it with other vegetables on your plate will actually might enhance the flavor and the texture of the vegetable for you. So give it a shot. Worst thing you can happen, you don't include it in your next wrap. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our celery down in the middle of our tortilla, like so. Next thing, I'm going to put down some carrots. We're going to put some red peppers. And if you guys, whatever vegetables you guys have at home, you can definitely include those. You don't have to go out to the store and buy these vegetables. If you guys have any spinach or any mixed greens that are about to go bad, this would be an awesome recipe to include them in. And then I am going to put my cucumbers down. So there's a couple ways you guys can fold your tortilla. You can fold your tortilla kind of like a burrito. So you go in and then you guys can move the sides in and then just kind of flip it over like so. Ta-da! Next thing you can do is you can actually roll. So fold your tortilla over and then just roll it out. And there you go. You have a pretty tortilla. Then you're just going to take your knife and cut into your tortilla. Put the knife aside. And there you go, guys. There you have your veggie wraps. So these are our veggie wraps. Join us next month for another delicious recipe. See ya!